Well, it's really hard to paint a picture without having a whole wall to do a mural for Honoree's impact in this community. In some respects, the first word that comes to mind is pioneer, because he's maybe at his best when he's doing something novel, unconventional, groundbreaking. And then I think about the cultural trail. So when Brian Payne and the folks at the Central Indiana Community Foundation began to imagine the possibilities, Honoree and his family were the first people that they reached out to. And I'm sure without Honoree's help financially and his perseverance, it wouldn't be a reality today. Honoree is a pioneer and an innovator, but of course he's been a very generous donor to major institutions, not the least of which is now the Butler Business School. So his impact has just been enormous.
He's done 100 things, of course, all for the benefit of others. His leadership of the Indiana State Fair as chairman of their board has been exceptional. The Indiana State Fair is one of the great gems, hidden assets of our state and our city, and he led the effort to revitalize, rejuvenate the complex, and it's as busy a place as there is in the country.
Honoree has taken the organization of the Indiana State Fair institution under his arm, and one of the things that he has brought with him as chairman of the State Fair Commission is really understanding the business of our institution. Again, he's used his knowledge and background and applied that to the commission, and what that means is he's made this institution even better.
Every time you turn around, there seems to be something that he has touched, and certainly the Butler gift as well. A common element that I see is that he really is educating people through those initiatives. He's given back to the educational components of whether it's a nonprofit or a university or the community. And that really is quite gracious. It's also something that I guess makes sense given that Honoree is so kind of well-versed, and he thinks deeply about a wide variety of issues with a particular focus on the educational part. Here's an individual that understands investment. So what I see is his interest and willingness to invest in education. Education of individuals, education of the larger community, and also to make sure that that educational, that intellectual stimulation lives for a long, long time. The impact goes far beyond dollars and cents. The impact is in human beings, and those human beings continue to kind of prosper and contribute back to the community in so many ways moving forward.
When I met Honoree, like I said, I was an 8th grader, and I wasn't really a goal setter. He made me that. You know, he made me somebody who set goals and to strive and to hit those goals, you know, every step of the way. And he's pushed me to set my goals even higher as, you know, we go along. He does so much around here, so we do have to work around that stuff, you know, whether it's Indianapolis Motor Speedway or the State Fair and just stuff like that. And Starfish is an example. You know, he took that into his already busy schedule to be there for me, and you know, it was something that he'd never done before, and obviously I'd never done it before, but it was one of those things where I'm so appreciative of him, you know, spending his time on stuff like that, because it's so beneficial in the long run, whether he realizes it or not.
Honoree, Lacy and I have been friends for 30, 40 years at least. He's an incredible man. He combines all of the best qualities of a truly brilliant business mind and business leader, great family man, and a terrific citizen of our city and our state.
I just think Honoree is as deserving as any human being in Indianapolis could possibly be. He cares deeply about the city and the state. He makes every organization that he comes in contact with better through his personal leadership and commitment to those organizations.
as I look at what he's done in the community, whether that's the Motor Speedway or Boy Scouts, or when he was the head of the 500 Festival, I think everything he's touched that I've heard of and I've seen him touch has continually gotten extremely better given his leadership. And I also go back to thinking about him being involved in a lot of these community groups, and he has always been the leader. And so he has this built-in characteristic of rising into that leadership role and building those visions for those organizations in the community.
All I could say is that there's not anybody more deserving. You know, he's done so much, and there's so much that people see of what he does, but there's so much that people don't see as well that he does, you know, even behind the scenes. And that is why I think he does deserve this award as much as anybody.